Welcome everybody to another edition of NXT on Tap. I am Scalz, and tonight I am joined by Phil the Future, the Encyclopedia of Wrestle Talk. It's just going to be me and him tonight. How's everybody doing?
Doing all right.
I think he'll be back.
Definitely.
So let's head on over to what we normally cover on this show, NXT.
Yes.
So first things first. On the day that The Rock signs as on the board of directors, and he gets his trademark back, we have a new NXT GM that was announced tonight. And it was announced by none other than Sir William Regal.
His lordship.
Great to see him back on our TV, and I really hope that they do something with him and his son. That's where I want to see them go with this direction. But he announced the new NXT GM as Ava. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, I mean, to get the obvious out of the way, Ava is now the youngest general manager in WWE history by this. And to kind of answer Tommy, if he did William Regal have anything to do with it, maybe him and Paul Heyman had something to do with it. I don't know. I still think that this is a very interesting move. I think since the day that Ava was speaking to Paul Heyman, thank you to NXT Anonymous for that, about them having that talk, and the next thing you know, she just keeps coming out of Uncle Sean's office all the time. I feel like it was something that was about, in a way, it's like in a sense, it was about, it bound to happen pretty much.
I mean, she kind of was already acting as the GM. We were wondering why she was making all these matches and everything else going on.
Yeah,
how did she have all this influence, and then now they finally announced it. I mean, she's done a great job. Maybe not talk as much because she's not good on the mic. She's not fluent yet, but she'll get better as she keeps doing it. And I think that's like I'm seeing a lot of criticism of her, like, oh, this is gonna be bad. Like, she's not ready for this. Just because she's not wrestling anymore at the moment doesn't mean she won't again. Because people are like, what happened? Why is she wrestling? And two, you want her to get better on the mic, then she needs to talk.
Correct. And Heel Queen took over your thing that she's already putting on great matches. I agree. I think I think the combined ideas, I guess you could say, of hers along with Shawn Michaels, I think that they're going to be doing some great things for NXT in the future. And I mean, we're already seeing the card coming up for Vengeance for February 4th, weekend after the Rumble. So, I mean, let's go.
I mean, you have Ilya versus Trick. You're going to have the finals of the Dusty Classic, which currently now has Braun Breaker and Baron Corbin, and they're waiting their opponent. You have Obafemi versus Dragon Lee.
The rematch. Which
is going to be a freaking amazing match because now Dragon Lee is actually going to be good instead of already going through a match.
Right.
You have Lyra versus Roxanne Perez. I mean, next week they already made a match between Lola Vice and Elektra Lopez.
Yep. And then we've got a 6-person mixed tag team match between the family. So Tony, Stax, and Adriana Rizzo against Bronco,
OTM,
Prince, and Jada Parker.
Oh, no, OTM and Jada Parker, yeah. I like the addition of Jada Parker into that group. I think that's going to be a big thing.
Yo,
he came out with what on his head? I'm gonna have to go back and watch.
Man came out with Wolfer on his head.
I mean, him and Baron Corbin are hilarious. Just like they mesh so well together between the two of them. Like, you didn't think this was gonna be great. People are like, why are they doing it? Yeah, it's a time waster. It's a filler because they need to do something with Braun Breaker before he gets called up. I feel he's going to be called up, used in the Rumble probably, and then he's probably going to get called up fully after Mania.
Right. I mean, honestly, though, like it's that thing of where you take those two combustible elements, you put them together, and they're not supposed to go together, but they do.
It's like oil and water, opposites attract.
Right? I mean, and funny enough, that was the first match of NXT. It was Braun and Baron versus the superheroes, Axiom and Nathan Fraser. And they put on a great match. If I like when I watch it, I mean, it's up on their YouTube channel already. The full match on the headlight and the highlights.
I'll have to go check that out later.
But it was great. I mean, just the end. The very end was like for me beautiful. It got me scared. This match almost had me scared that Braun and Baron weren't going to get there, but. It was good. It was good.
After that match, you had Dragunov talking to Josh Briggs in the back, saying that he needs to be honest with himself, go after what he needs to do. I'm not the person you want to be coming after, just to prove yourself. Trick gets involved, and then it turns in that we have Trick versus Briggs in the main event later tonight. Ren Sinclair is going crazy in the locker room, panicking, having a nervous breakdown because she's afraid of her first match.
Yeah,
Fallon calms her down.
Fallon in there. You got Fallon in there, and I think Fallon working with Ren is going to be something great.
And then you had the match with Lash Legend versus Ren Sinclair, and I like Ren Sinclair's music. Like I thought it was pretty good. A lot of people are hating on it.
I don't know why.
A lot of people don't like Ren Sinclair because of comments she has made in the past. But, that was before she came to WWE. Clean slate. Hopefully everything she does here on out is good, and she has a successful tenure here. Pretty good match, though. I saw little bits and pieces of it between her and Lash Legend.
I will also say that her ring gear is also very interesting. Like it looked like it almost looked like something like it kind of looks makeshift, but then again, it looks like that's the way it's supposed to be. The way the denim, I think, like the whole denim design, like it's cool, but
it's something different.
It's different, yeah. That's what I like about it. It's just different.
After that, you had Lash Legend win this match. After this, OTM attacked the family, which led to the
we had the fight in the restaurant. Adriana Rizzo was laid out,
and then you had Ariana Grace talk about give another speech in the locker room like she's doing, and nobody continues to listen to her.
Well, I guess she was just there rehearsing it herself, and all Elektra's doing is looking for Lola Vice after what happened last week.
Then we had Dijak versus Joe Gacy.
Dear Lord, this was great.
So what happened with this one? I missed it. I missed
Dijak
everything about
and
this.
Joe Gacy. Dijak. He's going through the motions with his usual, like Sin City Terminator entrance, and then Joe Gacy comes right behind him, bah! and they just start an all out brawl. We don't even get to like a freaking match because all these guys are concerned about is just beating the hell out of each other to the point where Joe got put through. I mean, basically, they're beating the living hell out of each other. They can barely even start this match. Joe went through the freaking table, and then after that, Dijak put a spinning boot with a spinning big boot, sent Joe Gacy through the area that Braun speared Mello through, and I'm like this guy just. What is up with this guy? this guy just doesn't know when to quit because he even just crawled out of that, just like, give me more.
So we're getting Psycho Joe Gacy, it looks like.
I love it though.
He's impervious to pain. He loves it, and I'm excited to see where this keeps going.
It is, honestly. I don't know what went off in Joe's head, but
100% agree, Kyle. 100% agree.
It's freaking beautiful.
After that, we had another vignette with Von Wagner and Robert Stone.
That was cool. That was actually kind of cool.
I like what you're doing with that. And then we had Lexis King versus Trey Bearhill.
Oh my goodness.
What's that?
I don't know. Like, it was okay. This one was okay for me, but like, I don't know. It's hard for me to try to describe it, but like, yeah, I don't know. It was okay. It was okay. It was just, this one was a bit of a low point for me.
I mean, Lexis King is still getting used to the WWE way, so he's still a little rough around the edges. Trey Bearhill is a rookie. He's still learning, at least in WWE. I don't know much about him before coming over here, but they put on a decent match. Lexis King came out via pinfall. He hit the coronation. 1, 2, 3, match over.
Can we drop the fan name?
Can we drop the fan name?
It's not really a fan name. It's something that Pillman Jr. came up with himself, and honestly, he's making it work the best he can right now. And honestly, I honestly still like Lexis King because it's something new. It's different. Like, he's not being stuck in the shadow of being the son of a loose cannon. Like, he's somebody of his own style and figure, and I want him to keep running with this.
And honestly, like, his presentation has been great since he's come there. And going forward, he's just going to get more momentum and be even better than what he is right now.
Absolutely.
Next, we had Carmelo talking to Trick again, telling Trick to keep the eye on his prize. Why is he fighting Dragunov's battles? In regards to this whole situation, I still think we have Melo sneaky going to turn on Trick at some point.
Right.
And I think what's going to happen is they're going to fight in the Dusty Cup. They're going to lose. And then Melo's going to blame Trick for the loss and cost him the title match later in the night.
Okay.
And then that's how we're going to get on our way to Stand and Deliver for Melo and Trick.
Okay.
You're talking.
Oh, she was talking about that. She talking about the fans calling themselves Lex Avengers.
I have never heard that. So
I haven't either, but I mean, as much as that's creative, I don't know what to say about that.
I'm excited to see where this goes, though, because Trick is ready for Ilya. That's going to be another banger of a match. I don't want them to ruin it. But this whole Melo and Trick thing needs to start speeding up because I feel like it's just they're delaying things right now. And I think they're just waiting to get to Vengeance Day.
Yeah. Absolutely. I think that after that, I think we had
Supernova Sessions.
Supernova Sessions with Noam Dar and Oro Mensah. Oh my goodness.
With Lola Vice.
The stuff, like the fact that they started off that whole Supernova 11 stuff by talking shit, just the talking shit at the beginning. Just, oh my God, just already. Hello. I'm Noam Dar. This is my main man Mensah. We're on the moon. Welcome to Supernova Sessions. And then they're talking about Lex. They're talking about Von Wagner. And your dirty little kids are never going to touch my Heritage Cup.
Like they talked about Ren Sinclair. They talked about Fallon Henley loving horses way too much.
Yeah, they're funny. I'll give it that.
To Lola Vice, and she comes out there, says that there's an expiration date on hers and Elektra's friendship. There was Elektra leached onto her and tried to ride her wave, and then Elektra comes out.
And then
just
lets it loose.
Levels her.
just
levels her. It was great. And then they set up the match for next week.
Yeah, like there was so much that she said though. Like best of 7 between Trick and Carmella.
That's not a bad idea. I just don't think there's time for 7 matches because you're only going to have one pay-per-view. So it's going to have to be on. People are going to get tired of seeing the same thing for 7 weeks straight.
Right, like
because that's essentially what the time frame will be for Stand and Deliver after Vengeance Day. It'll essentially be, I think it's exactly 7 weeks.
Right.
And you know they're going to go the full 7.
Oh.
Because anytime you ever do that, that's what happens. I mean, the last time we saw that, they were enemies and then they formed a tag team at the end. With Cesaro and Sheamus forming the Bar.
That's true. Very true. Forgot about that for a minute there.
But not a bad idea. Not a bad idea, Heel Queen.
No.
After that, after the segment with Vice and Lopez, you had the Chase U vignette. And this is honestly sad.
Chase, it was kind of sad. It's just like you're seeing the desks go, you're seeing the wall, you're seeing the posters go. The fact that Andre Chase is like, where the are you? Like, don't touch my podium, and they're taking away the podium, and I'm like, not the podium.
They took Duke Hudson's trophy.
Yeah,
it's kind of sad.
It hurts.
Okay. It's not going to be over.
No, there's going to be more. There's going to be more.
It's not going to be over. And Chase U is amazing, Heel Queen. What are you talking about? The fan section, you have Riley Osborne coming out of Chase U. He could be a star. Andre Chase, not so much maybe, but Duke Hudson, hopefully he'll get back to being a single star.
Duke Hudson's going to do some great stuff, and even if he's
going to be amazing.
Yeah.
Once they get past this little schoolgirl thing you're doing with the way she's acting when Riley Osborne's around.
It's fun. I mean, it's fun. It's funny because yeah, it's a little bit of like character development, but like it's I don't know. It just works. It just works for some reason.
No, I know. I'm saying it's good, but it needs to. They just have to move along with that.
Right.
I don't think we need the polka gimmick back.
No,
they could have used that as a way for him to get money to pay off the debt. That would have made sense.
Mm-hmm.
After that, we had Dragon Lee versus Scripps. Pretty good match. Up until the family came out, and then there was a big ass brawl. Went back to the stage. Dragon Lee hits his senton powerbomb to he connects with the Operation Dragon to pick up the victory. Thanks, Will. We'll make sure to hit you up over on your show when you guys are done. They're going to be covering on After Dark Vince McMahon Part 3. So if you've seen the first 2 episodes, make sure you're going to head on that over there. We're going to raid them once we're finished, and you'll be able to get the finale for their show.
Mm-hmm. And then
overall good match between Dragon Lee and Scripps. I really wish they just would start calling him Reggie again. Would make more sense. But after this, then you had Obafemi come out and say that he's giving
Dragon Lee the rematch. Which then led into the next match of Blair Davenport and Carmen Petrovich.
What did you think of this match?
Man, I mean, I'm still kind of looking for Petrovic to pick up a win, but I mean, then again, I feel like they would be pushing Blair. That would be sort of like, I don't know. It's weird for me because I want to see Carmen improve, but then I want to see Carmen improve and pick up more wins. But at the same time, I don't know if you. I think it's a little too soon to start like having who is it? Blair go like take a sharp down and then go back up.
Yeah, I can definitely understand that. Just because of the way that they've done with Blair lately, you don't want to kind of set her momentum back.
Right. And here, Wayne, you're asking me, did I see Sean Spears' tweet number 10? So could we see Ty Dillinger back? Well, I mean, Sean Spears was using 10 a little bit right now with what's going on with at least with him in AEW, but knowing that he's leaving, if he comes back, it'd be cool. I wouldn't mind seeing Ty Dillinger or Sean, whichever one he uses, back. I'd be okay with it.
I feel like it will be if he does come back, it is going to be Tyler Dillinger.
Yeah, it's gonna.
And it would be fitting if they did do it at the 10 spot.
Yes, 2017, 2018. Even though he got beat up and Sami Zayn took his place.
But after that, back to NXT. We had an interview with Ridge Holland. I'm kind of liking this Ridge Holland.
Yeah,
he's trying to grow on me.
Definitely, he's definitely kind of like his character is definitely like, it's something very something very different, but yet he's saying he's gonna take on Gallus all by himself. I'm a little nervous.
I mean, that's pretty interesting. But I mean, he is a big guy.
Humbling him.
So I'm curious as to see what happens with that. If it's going to be a 3-on-1, or if it's going to be one at a time type deal.
Right. And then I think there was also Lyra. We also got the Lyra and
I agree.
Mr. Holland is pulling me about Harsha. Right. Yeah, that's what he's doing. I think that's what he's trying to do. He's kind of doing what Eddie Kingston's doing right now, like with where he's one of the guys who gets at you because he pulls at the heartstrings. He pulls on an emotional level. That's what Ridge is doing right now. He's kind of working on that edge.
I can't compare the two of them.
I mean, I know they're not the same people, but like I get it.
After that, you had Noam Dar saying he'll put the Heritage Cup online against Von Wagner next week. And then we went into the main event of the match. We
also had that interaction between Lyra and Tatum.
Oh, that was earlier. Yeah, we skipped over that. Lyra said she doesn't want Tatum to help her at all. Asked Tatum if she understands, and Tatum goes, "Yes, I understand." And we all know what that means.
Yeah, and again, this is not. Yep, and for all those who are watching, this is not a Mickey and Trish thing. This is way different than Mickey and Trish.
I think it's a combination of Mickey, Trish, and
Miz and Damian.
Right, like we spoke about before last week.
Yeah, I mean, Jax had a lot to say about it, at least.
Yeah. Good old Jax.
Miss you, buddy.
Next, you had Trick Williams versus Josh Briggs. And
oh my goodness,
this was a really good match.
This is why I'm happy to see that now I'm really starting to see now what JBL saw in Josh Briggs, and it wasn't just like from when JBL told Josh, like, you know what to do and all that, like
right. He picked him as one of the matches to get into the
Iron Survivor. I'm seeing why he chose him.
He's got it.
Yeah,
he needs to get better on the mic, but that will come. But he knows what to do in the ring. Like, this guy is a natural in the ring, and it's so good that they're giving him a chance to actually showcase what he could do.
Yeah,
I'm glad they let him go into a singles competitor instead of being in a tag team.
Absolutely. Like, oh my gosh. Like that one clothesline he does, I literally think of JBL because it feels like a clothesline from hell almost.
Mm-hmm.
And it works.
Like, so tonight they were fighting. They get to the outside. Josh Briggs takes out Ilya.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if it was accidentally or if it was intentionally. He took him out. Trick came out, started going after him. Trick goes to go on the top rope to jump down onto Briggs. Ilya gets onto the ring apron, and it looks like he's going to go after Trick, or at least that's the way the camera angle was looking at it. And then you had Mello come out and throw Ilya down. When, in a sense, Ilya was really going to go after Briggs, and Mello is getting involved where he doesn't need to be again.
Mm-hmm.
And then Josh Briggs goes to do a choke slam. Mello turns it in, reverses it into a roll up, pins, and Briggs kicks out right after 3. The timing was perfect. He got the 3 count, kicked out, and then he rolled up right into that. He rolled out of it and he clotheslined him, and it was perfect. And I don't think Briggs knew the match was over.
Right.
And all the fans were booing him. So I think this is the start of a heel turn for Briggs.
I'm thinking so too. I mean, maybe the heel turn is what Josh Briggs really needs to like fully like cement himself as really fully cement himself as a singles guy and like, go forward from here.
And what's interesting was, I don't know if it was intentional or not.
Right.
Like, that's what makes it almost believable as it wasn't. But the fans turned on him. They started booing him. And then Mello gets into the ring telling Trick what's going on, and Trick pushes Mello. And I think we're starting to see things evolve in this situation. And I'm all for it.
Mm-hmm.
Anything else about this match?
Not much other than I kind of felt like when Ilya was coming out to actually like commentate on the match. I'm starting to feel like now if there's going to be somebody who's on the roster who's going to join the commentary team while talking about the match that's in front of them, in some way we're going to see them like somehow get involved, like they somehow through some random accident or some act of God, like get themselves involved in the match at hand. Just like somebody falls into their lap or somebody knocks them over out of their chair or somebody says something to them and they're like, I was easily triggered. I'm going to get you now. Like
what I liked from it was the fact of how he was trying to cheer on Trick.
Yes. That
like
was
he
the
was
one thing
like
that
he was
caught me
really
too.
involved in it. Like, Trick, get up! You got to get up! Got to prove that you're worthy of this. Like, just the way he was. Like, he was in Trick's corner more than Mello was.
Absolutely.
And Mello's trying to tell him that he's using that to his advantage. That he's trying to coerce him and trick him.
Honest question: how would you bring back Zion Quint?
That's a tough one.
Yeah, he's a free agent right now, and yeah, he's not being used at all right now. This guy is sitting in catering wherever he is. God. Same with Odyssey Jones. Jesus.
Odyssey Jones is
he's on Raw, but like he's not even being used.
He's actually been more on SmackDown lately than he is on Raw.
I haven't even seen Odyssey Jones on SmackDown.
No, I'm not saying he's on there, but he's been more backstage with them, and I know he's been done main event, but he's also been training in the Heart Dungeon with Natalya and all them. So,
okay, nice.
So I know he's working to get better himself. Whether WWE is going to use him or not, that's another story.
Okay, yeah.
After this match, we had the
Contract signing.
main event with the contract signing, where Ava came out and then introduced Lyra and Roxanne. Good little back and forth between the two. Both made very good points. Both got to speak their mind. Not really hyped about this match so much. I kind of wanted to see a different opponent, but
Right.
it is Fallon. What it is. I would have preferred to see Fallon in the main event. I think she deserves it. Roxanne has had too many chances already. I think this might be her last chance before she moves up. So I think that's the way they're going to go with it.
Okay.
But I like how Ava controlled it before it got into the fight, before they broke into a fight. And then I like how they both got in each other's faces, just raised the belt. Like, that was a good image. Like, that's a solid image to have between her and Lyra.
Yeah.
Lyra had the heels on, so it made it look like she was a lot taller than Roxanne. When, in fact, when she takes those off, they'll be very similar in height. Lyra was leaving the ring, and here comes...
And Tatum comes out of nowhere and just
Tatum comes out from underneath the table. She was underneath the table, comes out, and essentially... what is it?
Bodies her through the table. And Lyra's like, oh my... Like, she's like, first of all, like, Tatum, what the fuck was that? And then she's like, Roxanne, I'm so sorry. And she's like, no, fuck no. Now this is real. Now this is real.
Yeah, Lyra was like, this wasn't me. Like, I didn't do this.
Yeah, I was not setting you up. But Roxanne, like, I don't care. We fighting now.
Mm-hmm.
Forget everything else.
But, yeah, I mean, overall, very consistent show tonight from NXT. Start to finish, lots going on. You had great matches, like they always do. Lola could have used that. If Roxanne was the one that put Lyra Valkyria through the table, then I would agree with that.
Right.
But with Lyra still standing there, I don't think it would have been a good opportunity. I think it would have been a waste because Tatum was still around.
Yeah, and as we see, Tatum's very protective.
Very protective. She finds ways to get into the ring when she's not wanted. So there's a lot to take into account when you're trying to do a cash-in. Anything else you want to touch on about NXT tonight?
About NXT tonight. All I can say is, like, same thing. Very even flow with the show tonight. We already have some big plans set up for Vengeance Day, week after the Rumble, and I think overall this is something I think I'm actually quite excited for. This is going to be we've got a pretty good build up of what we are going to expect from Vengeance Day. And I'm just excited to see how everything's going to go down from here.
But anything else?
I think I'm done. I've covered everything I need to.
So, Phil, where can we find you?
Alrighty. So, for everyone that's still watching and is still happy to see this beautiful face hanging around, you can check me out all over social media, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, TikTok, and Twitch under the name right over here, Phil the Future. As always, I am always here every Tuesday night for NXT on Tap. You can catch me occasionally on Rivet City Radio on Thursdays for the Boss Bitch Trivia Hour. Yep, and that's what you've got from me.
Okay. I am Scalz. You can find me here on Off the Top on both TikTok, on Twitch and YouTube, as well as Off the Top Media _ on TikTok, Twitter, and Instagram. Down below, you see the link, the offthetopmedia.myspreadshop.com. That is where you can find all our merch. You have merch from Off the Top. You have merch from Sin City Wolf Sean. You have merch from Bot Spots and Chair Shots. Anything you want, we have it there. Hoodies, hats, anything. Check out the merch. Help support us. Some programming notes for the rest of this week. Tomorrow night, 10:15 p.m. live on Rivet City Radio Twitch and Off the Top YouTube is The Boom, hosted by Cam G, Mike, and Phil. Another Phil. And then Thursday night, special time, 9 p.m. right here on Off the Top Twitch, and it's going to be on Rivet City Radio YouTube. It's going to be our Royal Rumble predictions. So we are going to have people from the show on there. Phil, you're more than welcome to come on if you want to for the predictions. It's going to be a big thing. We're going to go through the entire Rumble. We're going to give out who we think is going to show up. Everything else, you don't want to miss it. And then Friday night, right now it's up in the air. Not sure if I'm doing Friday night review or not. I have some personal stuff going on with Friday night. If time is able to do it, there will be an announcement on Friday letting us know about the show.
Mm-hmm.
That being said, I am Scalz. I want to thank everybody for coming out. Stick with us while we head on over and we raid onto Rivet City Radio Twitch to go check out the After Dark segment. Shu, yes, we do read the chat. We read it all the time. We answer questions. We even have a Q&A session on this chat every single week. Thank you again, guys. Hope we see you again soon. Have a great evening. All right, we made it over there. We're good. Let's end our stream.
So, $5 billion, 10 years.
We're still live on